So I just got done with my morning Vipassana meditation. Um, I decided that in the last couple of weeks of me being here in this beautiful space, that I really needed to hold myself accountable in my meditation and yoga practices. Um, I think that that is one of the hardest things to do whenever you're in a new environment or if you're just beginning your practices, is really just having that accountability. Um, and I am going to start doing live meditation and live yoga classes simply for just having that accountability. But in order for me to get back into my practices, I wanted to basically start recording daily yoga or meditation classes. So this is kind of how I start my morning. I wake up, wash my face, brush my teeth, do a Vipassana meditation for typically about 45, well, actually 42 minutes. I don't know, I like those numbers. So for 42 minutes, I do that. And then I do a little yoga routine. The yoga sequences that I typically do are not planned. They just are whatever feels good for my body at the moment. They are not typically challenging because I just kind of want to get my morning started off and wake up my body and not really challenge it. I'll typically do another yoga sequence later on in the day that's going to be more challenging and more of a flow. So, this yoga practice this morning is going to be a short, just wake your body up, whatever feels good to you. Yeah, so we're going to begin sitting down. And as you notice, I'm in a tight space. So this is kind of just a really good testament to how to do yoga in a small space. So we're going to take an inhale in and raise our hands up and stretch up to the sky. And we're going to twist back and look behind our right shoulder. And raise our hands up. Inhale. And exhale, twist to the left. Take another big inhale in. Raise your hands up over your head. Stretch up towards the sky. You may feel like the sky is pulling on your hands. And exhale, twist to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. So now we're going to do a deep inhale up with your hands up. And you're going to drop your right hand to the ground and grab your right ear with your left hand and begin to pull. You're pulling that head down towards your left shoulder and pushing your right hand down into the earth. You're going to release that left hand down to the ground. Take a big inhale up with your hands And you're going to release your left hand to the ground, and your right hand grabs your left ear and pulls your right ear down to your right shoulder. Now you're going to slowly release your right hand, place it onto the ground, and we're going to take a couple of deep breaths in, and I want you to sound all the way out. So sitting in a seating position, we're going to take a deep breath in through your nose and out. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Now I want you to slowly begin to lower your head, lower your chin to your chest, and we're going to begin to do we're going to begin to do clockwise twists of our neck. So you're going to start by bringing your right ear close to your right shoulder, twisting all the way back. Your head drops back to your back. Your left ear comes close to your left shoulder, and your chin meets back to your chest. We're going to do that one more time. So in a clockwise position, we're rolling our necks. Make sure you're doing this slowly. You want to really feel this stretch. Now we're going to reverse and go counterclockwise. So with your chin down towards your chest, you're going to pull your head with your ear, your left ear close to your left shoulder, and your head back towards the back. Your right shoulder meeting your right ear, and your chin bound down towards your chest again. We're going to do this 2 more times. Slowly rolling your neck counterclockwise. And coming back to center. Now, sitting in a seated position, I want you to bring your right leg out in front of you, and you're going to keep your left leg close to like your hips. So we're going to inhale up with our legs straight out in front of us, and exhale, going to grab your right foot. Now you can grab your right foot, or you can place your hands on your shin, whatever your body feels open to today. And you're going to keep your right foot flexed straight to the sky. We're just going to breathe here. And remember, a yoga practice is simply just a practice. There's no competition with what you think your body should be doing or what other people's bodies could be doing. You just need to listen to your body and focus on what feels good to you. As we take a couple more breaths here. And coming straight back up, we're going to take our left foot and cross it over our right leg. And we're going to take our right elbow and we're going to twist back. So make sure your eyes are looking over your left shoulder and your right elbow is connected with your left knee. Coming back to the center, we're going to put our left leg out straight, bring our right foot in towards our hips, and we're going to inhale, arms up. And exhale, come down towards your foot or towards your shin. Make sure your foot is flexed. And as we come straighten back up, we're going to grab our right foot and place it over our left leg. And we're going to twist our left elbow to our right knee and look over. And you'll really feel the stretch on your gluteus. You feel it right here on the side of me. Along with, you'll be able to feel it in your back and in your hips as well. Now coming back, we're going to stretch our right leg out in front of us. And we're going to take a big inhale, arms up. Exhale, we're going to come forward. Again, you can come to your feet, you can come to your shins, whatever feels good for your body right now. Now I want you to come to your knees and we're going to go into our cat-cows. So coming to a tabletop position with your hands directly underneath your shoulders, your knees directly under your hips, and your hands and your knees about shoulder and hip length distance apart. So we're going to begin to kind of do some body movements here. Again, I really encourage you to do what feels good for you, but I will guide you as well. So we're going to begin doing circles clockwise with our hips and our shoulders. And we're going to start opening up our hips and our wrists. Do a couple of circles here. And then we're going to reverse those circles and go counterclockwise. Do maybe about 3 circles with your hips and your shoulders. Open up those wrists and those hips. And one of my favorite things to do to stretch in the morning is stretching out my wrists. So I'm going to turn my wrists over with the top of my hands on the mat. And I'm going to lower my hips down towards my knees and really stretch out my wrists. Coming back up, I'm going to flip my hands back over, and I'm going to begin to slowly just flip my wrists in different positions. So maybe your fingers face your knees, maybe your fingers face each other. But I'm really just going to kind of rock my body back and forth and open up these wrists. So you can continue to open your wrists, you continue to do more circles, but just kind of listen to your body and see what feels good for you. One of the fun things about yoga to me is that it just gives us an opportunity to listen, connect to our body, connect to our breath, and just kind of play around. So coming back to tabletop position, we're going to go into our first cat-cow. So we're going to take a big inhale in, and we're going to arch our back and look up to the sky. And exhale, round your back into cat. I'm sorry. Big deep inhale, look up. Exhale, round your back and look down. Big inhale, look up. Exhale, round your back and look down. So now we're going to go into our first downward facing dog. So you're going to lift your knees up off of the ground, and you're going to pull your chest back towards your knees. You can do lots of different modifications with your downward facing dog. My body in the morning does not just simply go into it. I have to stretch my body out. So your heels can either be on the ground or they can be up, whatever feels good. Just make sure to pull your chest back towards your knees and open up your shoulders and open up your fingers as wide as possible. So now we're going to look up towards our hands, and we're either going to step or hop forward. And we're going to come all the way up into mountain pose. So standing pose, reach your hands up to the sky and have your hands meet you in the center and come back down towards your chest. So now in mountain pose, we're going to start to do some sun salutations. So we're going to raise our hands up towards the sky and dive down into forward folds. With forward fold, your hands can either touch the ground, they can be on your shins, but just whatever feels good to you right now. So here in forward fold, we're going to come up to halfway lift. So your hands can either remain on the ground or on your shins, but we're going to straighten out our back and look forward. And then we're going to come down into high plank. And we're going to do a chaturanga. and downward facing dog. So again, we're going to look up to the front. We're going to step or hop forward. We're going to go into forward fold. And halfway lift, straighten up your back, look forward. And forward fold. Coming back up to mountain pose, we're going to reach our hands all the way up to the sky. Hands to heart center. Hands down towards our hips. Again, we're going to reach up to the sky. Hands dive down into forward fold. Come up to halfway lift, straighten your back, look forward. Step back into plank. To Chaturanga, you can lower your knees, bring your chest to the floor. That's easier. And come straight up into upward facing dog. And we're going to curl our toes behind us. Go back into downward facing dog. Making sure that your feet are about hip distance apart. Really stretching your chest towards the top of your thighs. So inhale, we're going to either step or hop forward. Do it one more time. Done. So in forward fold, we're going to go into halfway lift, straighten that back, look forward, come back down. Hands reach all the way up into mountain pose and meet at the top. Come down to heart center. Hands down to the side. Go one more time. Go hands reach all the way up. Dive down in front of us into forward fold. Come into halfway lift. Straighten your back, look up. Step back into plank. In Chaturanga, your knees can meet the mat. Your chest meet the mat. Look up. And come back down into downward facing dog. This time we're going to either step or hop into a seated position. Here in a seated position, we're going to stretch our neck up. And come down to a lying position. So we're going to go into a happy baby. So you're going to bring your knees up, your hands grab your feet, and we're going to stretch our knees towards our armpits. Now you can play in this position. You can maybe stretch one leg, stretch the other leg. You can stretch both of them at the same time. You're going to pull your knees to your armpits. Breathe here for a bit. And whenever you feel ready, you're going to bring your knees together. Give yourself a really big hug. Go down into Shavasana, which is corpse pose, which is lying all the way down on the ground. And as you lie here, I want you to be very intentional. Remove the tongue from the top of your mouth. Unclench your jaw. Release any tension that may be in your forehead or in your face. And I want you to begin to do a scan of your body. What sensations are you feeling in your body? Can you zero in exactly to the sensations of each body part? Starting with your toes, can you feel the air around your toes, maybe tingling, happening, moving up to your ankles, to your kneecaps, to your hips? What sensations are you feeling around your hips right now? Are you feeling relaxed? Are you feeling pain? Really focus in on your hips. Moving up to your belly button and to your shoulders. Down towards your elbows. And what sensations are you feeling right now in your fingers? Can you feel the circulation of blood flowing? Bring your awareness to your face. Can you feel your lips, your nose, your cheeks? Can you feel sensations in your ears? And traveling to the top of the head, what sensations can you feel coming from the very top of your head? Do you feel a sense of empty space? Do you feel a sensation of something strong pulling from the crown of your head? And as we notice all of the sensations of our body, I want you to thank yourself for showing up for yourself this morning. Oftentimes we get so busy that we don't give back to ourselves and realize that our bodies need just as much love as our relationships and friends around us. So I want you to thank yourself and give gratitude to yourself for giving yourself that love this morning, even if it was just for a short while. And I want you to visualize that light and that love and gratitude for yourself as a white light shining from your chest. Can you see the brightness of that light coming directly from your heart center? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? Really focus in on that light coming from your heart center, that gratitude that you have for yourself and for your body. And I want you to take this light and this gratitude and take it with you throughout your day today. Hold on to that light, as we may all face some obstacles or frustrations throughout the day. But by holding on to this light, you have love for yourself, gratitude for yourself, and it will be easier to show that love and gratitude towards the world outside. Now coming down to our final pose, which is going to be fetus pose. Roll over onto your favorite side, whether it be your right or left. Roll up into a ball. Your head is lying on your elbow and your arm. This is the position of rebirth as we're entering back into our day. And slowly come up. Your eyes can remain closed. Coming back to a seated position. Your hands meet in heart center. Namaste. Well, I feel relaxed. So, yeah, this is just a really great way to start your mornings. Again, this is not a challenging yoga sequence. This is not meant for you to sweat. This is really just to wake up your body. I'm going to be recording more meditation and yoga videos, not only for YouTube, but also for my website. I have built an entire coaching platform that is currently free on my website that has meditation, yoga videos, grocery list, recipes, influencers that I love, the books that I'm reading, my Amazon storefront. It has basically everything in my life and what I'm doing for my wellness, my detoxing, my yoga meditation practices. It just has everything. So I'm going to be recording a lot of videos because I'm trying to build out that part of my website. So definitely, like I mentioned, it's free. Check it out right now. It's jordanlhankins.com. I'll link it below. But yeah, I'll be posting more yoga videos. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. Thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste.